Hello guys, welcome to a little bit of a different video. I thought I would try something new and share with you a little bit of my journey as a writer rather than just my journey as a reader. I never really thought that I would share this part of my life on the internet too much, just because I don't think it's that interesting to people, but at the same time, I recently watched a video of another aspiring author talking about their query process and their writing process, and it made me feel good. It just made me feel like there's a community out there of writers that are out there that are trying, because writing, to be honest, is a very lonesome process. You do it alone. When you're all ready to send in your work, you do that by yourself. For me, at least, I don't know anyone in real life that I can swap writing with. I don't have writer friends. So I thought maybe I would open myself up to a new community if other writers find this video, or if some people out there just find this interesting. This is what's been going on in my world of writing. So I have one completed project that I'm currently querying to literary agents. I have my query tracker page pulled up right here, and I have sent 27 queries, received 16 rejections, and 2 positive replies. So that was one full request and one partial request, but they both ended up being rejections in the end. So I'm at all rejections at this point, other than the unanswered ones, which is pretty normal, I guess. Maybe my stats are probably a little bit low. Here's the thing. I did write a YA. I wrote a YA. If you don't know, YA is allegedly dying, and publishers are not picking up new YAs. So that's really great, amazing news for me as someone who poured multiple years of my life into a young adult novel. And my novel is a thriller, a mystery thriller. And I feel like YA mystery thrillers had a huge moment 5 years ago, maybe even 10 years ago, even more so. And I kind of missed the wave. I missed the wave because that's just how it happened. That's just when I wrote this book, and that's just when I finished it. And you may be asking, why did you write a YA? Because I grew up on books like this. When I was in my 20s, I kept reading YA, and I read a lot of these books, and they inspired me to write my own. So because that's where my inspiration came from, that is what poured out onto my page. A little bit about my journey as an author, if you would like to know, is I've written 3 books. The first one, I'm looking for my documents on it right now. They're probably buried somewhere in my Google Drive, just my stats, my querying stats. But basically, the first book I ever wrote, I was in my early 20s, I forget, 22, something like that. I didn't know anything, and I wrote, basically I queried my first draft, which, if you don't know, is a laughable mistake. Your first draft is your mess that you need to clean up through many drafts, many rewrites, critique partners, beta readers. You need to polish it until it's perfect. I did not know that. I wrote my draft and I said, looks good to me. And then I started sending it out to literary agents, which of course, all of them rejected me. Not even a full request. My query letter was bad. I sent it to probably, I forget if it was 50 agents or 100 agents. I'm looking for it now if I can find my stats. I used to write down all the agents I would query because I didn't use Query Tracker back then. I don't remember if it was a thing or if it wasn't a thing yet, or if I just didn't know about it yet, but I always queried by email. Okay, I have it. I found my list. Oh my goodness. I queried, okay, it looks like 49 agents. So I thought it was 100 for some reason, but this page I have pulled up now says 49, and it was 100% rejection rate. So I died in the query trenches. I passed away. Just kidding. My book died in the query trenches, and that is okay because it was my first book and it was very messy, and it just really wasn't that good. I had no concept of like how competitive this whole process was, how many writers there are out there, and how many very talented writers there are out there, and how you can't just like throw a mediocre book at someone and expect them to like give you all the resources like editors so that they can do the work for you to clean up the book and make it publishable. You have to prove yourself first. You have to prove you're a great writer. And then the second book I ever wrote, I wrote during the pandemic, and I pantsed the whole thing. I tried to plot it. I tried to have my little notebook where I like tried to, and I just couldn't figure it out, guys. Like I just couldn't do it. I ended up pantsing the whole thing because I'm not a plotter. I don't know how to plot. I struggle with that so hard. And then I read back my first draft and it made no sense. And I've tried to fix it multiple times. Like I've gone back in the future more than once to try and fix it. And I just get like really frustrated with it and end up not doing it. So that book might also be dead. I might come back to it one day and like do something with it, but it's like really painful to say actually, because I like spent so much time on that one and I never even like gave it its fair shot, but like it is what it is. And then my third one, the one that I'm now querying, is the latest one I wrote. And then I'm working currently on a project which will be my very first adult novel. I'm in the very, very early process of that one. I'm talking like notes app. I'm talking like first 2 chapters drafted. So yeah, it's gonna be a really long time till I have anything like done as far as that one goes. I am a pretty slow writer, unfortunately. So that's my journey as an aspiring author. I am working on querying this, and I've only queried about 30 agents, and that is like a pretty low amount. I'm actually like, I use Query Tracker pretty much primarily. I don't really use other methods these days, and that's like all I can find. Like I can't really find anyone else who represents YA thriller. So, but anyways, I'm trying not to like overthink that. They say like when you start querying, you should dive into a new project, keep yourself focused on that. So that's what I've been doing. I'm gonna try to get a lot of writing done this week. So now that I've updated you on that, let's go write. All right, y'all, it's a new day. I've got my noodles, and I thought I would film a little bit of a writing vlog or something like that, even though I'm not really in the writing headspace right now. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I spent this morning on video interviews on Indeed because that is my life. I need a new job to pay the bills, because no matter how passionate I am about writing, passion does not pay the bills. So I'm gonna open Scrivener right now. I used to write novels in Google Docs, like entirely in Google Docs. I used to write novels. Interesting choice. Now I use Scrivener. I feel like it's worth it. That's what I use. I'm opening my document. Time to stare at words that like time to stare at words probably for a while, but I'm gonna try to write for 30 minutes and then I'm gonna tell you guys how much I wrote. All right, ready, go. All right, I wrote about 500 words and I did write for about an hour, not 30 minutes, but I didn't like consistently write the whole time because I kept getting distracted. I have been definitely having like some writer's block these days. I feel like sometimes when you're in a situation in life where you kind of don't have a routine, or you're like between routines, like me, who's kind of like between jobs, it's hard to like get into a solid like routine of writing a lot, or like writing consistently and really like keeping your brain on track with your story that you're trying to tell. Like when I'm at a time in my life where I'm consistently writing every single day, I feel like that is definitely when I do my best work. Like I will not do my best work if I'm writing sporadically, because like the ideas just aren't flowing. I'm not in my flow state. I'm feeling a bit frustrated and tired today, and I think that's coming through, but I think we all have those days. It's all good, nothing to be ashamed of, you know? So that's a little bit about where I am in my writing journey today. Let me know if you guys like videos like this. Leave me a like, leave me a comment even if you want, just so that I know you guys like it, and that way I can make more, and I'll try to post these more often. And if you're also a writer, definitely say hi in the comments. Let's talk. Thank you guys for watching my little video, and subscribe if you want to see more content from me. I also do book reviews on this channel. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.